like that. I know you like that. I know you like that. Taking exotic trips. I know you like that. Switching up all the whips. I know you like that. 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 Taking exotic trips. I know you like that. Switching up all the whips. I know you like that. I know you like that. She hit me right back. Always go shopping, go crazy. Scan at the price tag. Nigga, they talking to swag.
Hey guys, thank you for tuning in to the Tia Beauty YouTube channel. Today's my relax day, and I honestly can't tell you guys the last time that I've actually had a day to myself to just relax. Since I've moved out, I've been working so much, so guys, I do apologize for making you guys wait on all these uploaded videos. But today's video is gonna be all about what life is like after you move out, and this is also gonna be roommate edition and what it's like living with roommates. Now guys, when you first move out, right? You're excited. Well, okay. When I first moved out, I was nervous. Like, I had a good feeling that, like, I don't know if I should do this or not. But, I just was nervous because this is something so new to me. So it's like, oh, shoot, like, this is the biggest bill. Well, actually, it's not the biggest bill I've ever had. But, because I paid for my car, so that was probably the biggest bill. But this is a big responsibility for me, so I was super nervous. And I think I was nervous for probably a day or two, and then I was just like super like excited and stoked about it. Like, I was like, I am freaking ready. Like, I'm gonna have my own apartment. Oh my god, I'm gonna buy stuff and, you know, get the fun thing about it is because you now have your own space and you get to create your space how you want it. It's not like living in your parents' home where they decide what bed you're gonna get. You know, they decide kind of how your room is designed. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's not the case for everybody, but that was the case for me, you know. And, you know, you kind of go from being told to do certain things to now you're not told to do anything. You kind of do things on your own. So there is an excitement to that. But, so as soon as I moved out, I very quickly realized that it's not all that exciting. Maybe for like the party person who wasn't like someone who listened and, you know, they just wanted to get away from responsibility. But for the person who enjoys being surrounded by family and, you know, just enjoys their sense of solitude and certain things, it wasn't that exciting. Moving out is honestly just a new set of bills. And I mean that 100%. It's just more bills. Like, you have a place to put your stuff and lay your head. And yes, there's great times where you can entertain folk that come over. You can cook for people. But, so I moved out, but I don't live by myself. I actually have roommates, and I'll get into that in a second. But, you know, of course I have my own room. I share a bathroom with another girl, and it's nice. But it's like, it's nice, but it's just like, I have to work to make sure my bills are paid. But let me not be so negative about it, because guys, moving out is great and you don't want to stay in your parents' home like forever. You do want to get your own and, you know, be responsible and become a true adult. Like, but, you know, it's not as, and this is not for everybody, I'm just speaking for my own case, but it's not as, you know, as amazing as you think it would be. You know, the days that you actually want to walk out of your job, you actually think twice about it, because you're like, well, dang, rent's gotta get paid. When you get sick, you're thinking like, I can't take off work. I gotta work to make money for these bills. So certain things just come into play. It's not like, oh, I'm taking off because I don't feel good. No, like, I'm not taking off and I'll work through this sickness. But I do enjoy the way that I design my room and the sense of peace that I have. I do feel good. And now, guys, to get into the whole having a roommate thing. So, I live in a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment. It's a luxury apartment. 3 girls, 2 bathrooms. My roommate, who has the master bedroom, has her own bathroom. And then me and my other roommate, we share a bathroom. So, if you need to, like, if you can't afford your own apartment, having roommates is not an issue. Like, it's cool. But for someone like me who enjoys my privacy, I'm very specific on the way that I like things. Like, for example, super clean. Like, I do not like mess, I don't like filth, I don't like dirty stuff. So, living with people who aren't necessarily up to the way I like to keep things clean becomes a problem, and it becomes something you don't like. So yeah. And also, it's, you know, it's kind of like you live with people who don't necessarily care about you, they care about themselves. So that also is different. And living with roommates can get very tricky, because I'm one of those people, I do not like when people touch my stuff, especially if they didn't ask. So if you touch something, you move something of mine, anything like that, I'm like furious. So you guys could only imagine, like, it's literally been like a month now of me living here, and all these little details that I've explained to you guys so far have happened within a month. So it's like, it, you know, makes you come to a realization, like, like, okay, now I get to see that the grass, you know, isn't truly greener on the other side. And I'm not trying to be so negative, because there's like a lot of good to it too. You know, I get to, like, certain things that, let's see, that I couldn't do at my house that I can do here. So my mom was kind of like the complaining parent who just, like, you know, she wants to move, so it's like, complaints every day. When are you guys gonna find your own place and blah blah blah. So hearing that constantly when you're trying to be in your own place of peace is like my mom, another thing, she really didn't like, so to compare, I don't go through that here. Like, no one's telling me what to do, no one's down my back about anything. Another thing is living back at home. My mom didn't really like people cooking, like, especially if it was like a creative meal that involved a bunch of ingredients and all that stuff. It was kind of like, I need you out of the kitchen. And honestly, there was no real reason why, but whatever. Living at home life. And now here, if I want to make it, I'm gonna make it. I grew up cooking from like my dad and my stepmom, so cooking is a big part of my life. I really truly enjoy it. So yeah, I'm gonna be creative in the kitchen and let those creative juices flow. And speaking of being creative, like, I felt like at home I was losing a lot of my creativity. Like, I wouldn't write anymore or draw or, really like all the things that make me me. I wasn't really doing because I was just in such a negative space at home. And now that I've moved, I feel like that creativity is starting to like flow again. Like, you guys do not know how much I missed you guys and wanted to just like vlog and make videos and stuff. But literally between wanting sleep, working, and then the month of September so filled up with like my boyfriend's birthday, my boyfriend's dad's birthday, and so many other birthdays and things going on, and it was just like, do I have time to do anything? Should I have vlogged this birthday? Or should I have, just vlogged a boring day for me? Should I vlog at work? Like, that's what it was. Another thing that I couldn't do at home is like, I had my mom telling me when my boyfriend can come over, when he can't, and now that I live in my own space, he can come over whenever he likes. And then just little things like turn the TV off, and like, I just felt like my mom didn't really understand my age and allow me to be able to do certain things. And I'm not even talking about the negativity that was going on in my house. I'm talking about just the regular parenting stuff. Like, it's like, I feel like sometimes parents don't realize, like, oh, that is my child, but they're not a child anymore. Like, they're actually an adult. 24 years old. Like, I'm not a little kid. And certain things like being able to cook or the TV being on, it's like, I just want to be comfortable within my own space. And now I'm in my own space because I realized, you come to a sense of realization that I do want all of those things, but I also have to understand that I'm grown, and if I want all of those things, then I have to go out and get them. And I'm not saying that this is easy, guys. Guys, I live in New York, and everyone should know that New York is one of the most expensive places to live in the world. Like, prices are ridiculous. Rent is even more ridiculous. Taxes, everything is ridiculous in price here, down to a bag of chips at the store. Ridiculous. So, as a millennial, as someone who's young, and then it's like the way jobs and stuff pay nowadays, it doesn't really like equate to the cost of living. So it's kind of like, unless you're working 3 jobs with all good income, you really can't afford to do anything on your own. You almost need roommates or need to move out with a friend or boyfriend or girlfriend or something of that sort, because they just don't make it easy. And this is why a lot of people move down south or just move out of New York, because they're just like, I can't take the pay that you're offering and then what it is that I need. Now, this that I found was a great deal, and my rent is great, and I'm not going to get into the details of that. If you're one of my close friends, of course I'll share the details, but I got a really good deal for the way I'm living. And clearly I'm on my bed relaxing, but I can't wait for you guys to see the official apartment tour, because then you guys will understand like how I'm living right now and see like, okay, like, yeah, she does have a really good deal in what she got. I'm very happy. Paying rent is not an issue for me. I do feel just like I have a whole load of bills. Like, they're just sitting on my back like, damn, pants. But, I can still afford to, have fun and do certain things and enjoy my life. So, on that end of the spectrum, I'm very, very happy. Now, would I rather have roommates? No, not at all. One of my roommates I love so much. She's the one who has like the master bedroom. I feel like me and her are the most alike when it comes to certain things. I don't really know her like that yet. It's only been a month, guys. But I feel like me and her, from what I've seen so far, me and her are the most alike. So I do like that. But honestly, guys, I wouldn't rather have roommates. I'd rather have my own apartment by myself or with my boyfriend, and it just be us, and then I visit my family and stuff like that. But this is life, guys, and as I'm getting older and experiencing new things, I'm realizing like you have to work really hard for what you want, and you also need to find time to enjoy the things that you love. And if you can work really hard at the things that you love and get paid from it, that's amazing too. That's even more amazing than anything. And I'm very thankful for the opportunities that God has placed in front of me for me to go after and get. And if any of you are like scared, if you're at that point where it's like, oh, I can't deal with my parents anymore, I can't deal with the nagging, the complaining, the this, that, whatever it is, manifest what you want. Oh my God, guys, when I tell you that everything I manifested, I had wrote down my goals for the year with my boyfriend and our friend Chris Banks, who's a stylist, and we were writing down our goals in the beginning of the year. And from those goals, one of them were moving out, and I also had said that I wanted to move out by September. And I kept telling myself, like, I'm moving out in September. I kept, saying it. I basically said it till I believed it, like, I'm moving out in September. Mind you, I had no idea how I was gonna do that. I honestly, I started to, doubt it, but it was just like, I'm moving out in September. And then August, the second week of August comes, and all of a sudden, I'm paying security deposit for my own space to move in September. And mind you, even on my birthday, which is July 24th, I still didn't even know that I was gonna be moving out. So it, at the last second basically is when I found this opportunity, and it happened for me. I moved out. I wrote it down on my goals, and I also kept manifesting it like the whole year. So it happened, and I believe that will happen for anybody. If you truly want something, you pray about it, you speak it. I don't know why I'm yawning, because I'm not tired. But I guess when you're just being lazy, like, your body's like, well, just go back to sleep. But, also, if you know you're not making enough, like, it's important to get a second job. Like, especially if you live in New York, get a second job and really begin to track how much you actually are making, because people don't realize, like, you actually do make decent money. You can actually afford a place. It's just where your money is going, where you're spending it at, what you're doing with it. You can afford to do all the things that you want to do. Hey guys, sorry, so I'm back. So basically, moving out isn't always as, cracked up as people make you think it is. It really is a lot of responsibility. A ton of bills, unexpected things. You think you're budgeting for something, and then something with your car, and you're like, oh, I gotta take that to get fixed, so that wasn't in the budget. There's a lot of things, and it's like things that you're just not used to. Like, let's just say paper towels, for example. Like, stuff like that you're used to having in your house, and if something's running out, you're like, hey, yeah, we're low on paper towels. Okay, I'm going to BJ's Costco's, your mom or dad will say. And you run out of paper towels, and you're like, I need to go get paper towels. Like, I need to go get this, I need to go get that. The little things, or even, if you like to cook like me, like, all the tools that you need to cook your favorite meals with, and, just, making sure that you have that stuff. And even if you can't afford it at the moment, weighing out, like, do I go without the paper towels for a few days, or do I put the paper towels on my credit card because it's needed? So it's a lot of responsibility, you guys. And the whole roommate thing, for me specifically, I'm okay with it for now, because it's what I need to do, because the way I want to live, I can't afford to live like that. So I'm technically living the way I want to live, just with roommates currently. And if I had a choice, no, I wouldn't have any roommates. Definitely not. Just because there's a lot of cards that play with it. You're like, okay, does this person have moral values? Do they smoke? Do they drink? Are they dirty? Do they stay up late, make a lot of noise? Do they just have people over all the time? There's so many different aspects that come into having roommates. And then it's like, even on the little things, are they trustworthy? Like, can I trust you to make sure that your end of the rent is paid? There's so much that goes into it. And I came with my questions when I sat down with my roommate. But even when you come with your questions, you're not going to know how it is until you start living with them. But I will say, if you are going to get into a roommate situation, then communication is so important. Like, if there's something that you don't like, you need to speak on it. And I'm the person who I'm working on myself still, so my communication is not that great. And usually, like, I've been told before that when I'm mad, like, the words that come out of my mouth are just not nice. And it's not even like I'm saying bad words, it's the way I'm saying it. So I try, I'm working on my communication, so if I am mad in that moment, I won't say something. I'll have to wait until I, like, woosah, and then I can communicate on how it is that I feel and what it is that I don't like, and, stuff like that. But, it is a good feeling with moving out. It is exciting, it's like, oh my god. Like, you have those moments where you're just, like, so happy, like, this is great. And then you have those moments where you're like, it's whatever. I mean, my first 2 nights, I really felt, like, lonely, and I just felt like I missed my family so much. I honestly wanted to go back and just knock, Mom. Yeah, I'm done adulting. Like, I'm over it. 2 days of adulting and I'm done. But I'm very happy now. I love the way I designed my room. It's exactly the way I wanted it to be. And also in the moving process, I realized, like, I realized I had too much stuff. Like, Tia, you don't need all of those clothes, so a lot of stuff I was giving away to, like, the Goodwill and stuff, and, furniture, TV, a lot of stuff I was just like, just start over, Tia. Like, you don't need a big TV, let's get a smaller TV. What is it that you do want? And I knew I wanted a vanity, and I can't wait till I show you guys the video. I'm gonna do apartment tour, but I'm also gonna do a full on DIY vanity, so stay tuned for that, you guys. But certain things I was just like, I can't take it with me. And also, it's not like I'm moving into a house where people have, like, a basement or an attic where they, like, store extra stuff. I don't have that type of space. So all that storing and stuff that people are used to with a house, like, I grew up living in a house, so I didn't really understand, like, where are you going to store it? Like, where are you going to store it? You live in an apartment now. Like, there's nowhere to store anything. But overall, I'm happy with my decision to move out. I know there's so much more better things to come. Of course, I am working towards being able to get my own place, but for now, having roommates, this is great for my situation right now. And if you all have any questions or you're dealing with the same thing, you guys, my email is below, and I have no problem helping anyone. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning into my channel. I will be posting every single week, you guys, every week, maybe even sometimes a few times a week, but I'm back in motion on my channel. I really was like crying, like, I need to get a video out, I need to talk to my subscribers and let them know what's going on. Like, I was so sad when I basically took like a month off of not posting. So I'm glad that I'm back, and I have so much more content coming for you guys. I love you guys. Thank you so much for your support. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button before you leave, and hit that post notification bell. And I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.